think what? Where's this? Okay. All right. For a second here, just loading the chat. And then I gotta go here. Pop out chat. And put this down. All right, so how do I want, where do I want chat? This is a bit of a pain in the butt. Put it there, I guess, for now. Okay. Let's see, how do I want this? I'm gonna have this here. All right, so my plan is to finish this. It's hard to tell. I got two screens, but it's really hard to tell what I'm viewing. Okay, let's. Hello? Weird. Okay. All right. Let's see. OBS. I just got too many things going on here. All right. So. So what my plan is, I want to basically build this palace today, or at least get it in sort of order. My plan, I gotta move, what the fuck? My plan is to feel like what I want to do is take this eraser tool. I want to map this out here, so I want this to go here. Man, I want it to be clean still, if I can. All right. All right, let's pick this up here. So normally, like I said, I'd write this down on a piece of paper, but I'm trying to show kind of a fast and easy way of making this, which is, this is definitely not. I just write it down on a piece of paper and it'd be done and I'd be good to go. But this is sort of what I'd be writing down on a piece of paper anyways. My plan is, that's fine. Let's take this. So, really? I'm like trying to go fast, but it's like this stuff really bothers me. I don't know why. So what I want is you come in here. Maybe there's like a magic container here. Go up here. This is just a dead room. Maybe it has a pee bag. I don't know. You come up here. This will probably be. I don't know how many dead rooms I kind of want here, but I definitely want this to go here. So I'm going to have to, I definitely want these to be unconnected, and then this connected with this, and then these all connected, and then this connect. This is a definite thing that I want in this hack. So the next thing that I want to do is, obviously, this is my plan here, is to have arrows. If I put an arrow, that means that it is a warp or a drop. Excuse me. So it's gonna be like a feature. I don't know if you would call it a feature, but I'm calling it a feature of this palace. Is gonna have these 3 warp rooms that you have to get through. So it goes around this way, comes around, and these are all warps, and then it comes up here, and this is gonna be raft. Let's see, raft. R equals raft. Let's see. I just gotta put a P here. P. Okay. Whatever, that's fine. All right, so I decided to change it to glove instead of jump. I think that's the right thing to do. And I was thinking about it yesterday a little bit. I think this is... I think they do... how do I want to do this? Because I think on this side of the map, on this side of the map, I want there to be only, like, this side will have, like, say, like 2 or 3 keys required, because there may end up being like a room with a key in it that requires it. This side will be more of the key area with the item that you need to get into this area, which is, this is going to be the glove in this area. And then what I was thinking is you would have some, this was going to be like some puzzle elements with fire, and that was kind of my main goal here. The thing that I'm thinking about though right now is, do I want to have a key on this side? Do I want it to be 1 key? Do I want it to be, because I could make it, I could do something really, nah, I can't really do that. If I add rooms, I can. How many rooms is this? This is 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. So 23 and 23 is 46. I got, basically right now I have 40, I have 46, 47 rooms I'm using out of a possible, possible 63. Do I want a key on this side? This is kind of where it's kind of boring, because I'm really, if I wasn't streaming this, I would just be like walking around doing other things and thinking about this. But now I feel kind of pressured to make a decision. If I was going to put a key, that's probably the best idea here. Where would I put that key? If I was going to put a key. Because this is glove blocked, so you can't get extra keys to get to this side and then use them. So I've kind of basically like, you can't take a key from here and then go to this side and beat it, because you need the glove in order to beat this side. That's why I put a G there for glove. But if I was going to put a key here, I don't really like this, because I feel like this is like a pointless room. I don't want to just have rooms like pointlessly put in. This is the only problem with like mirroring your concept. There's going to be some rooms that aren't great, but I can make this work. That's the upside. Instead of spending like hours trying to figure out a different thing, I just want to do something more fast. I think if I was going to put a key anywhere, let's put MC is going to be magic container equals magic container. Kind of want to put MC here. Yeah, I like that. So, where do I want to put the key? Got an idea. All right. Let's do it this way. Does that work? This will be a key here. Yeah, I like that. All right. So this is going to be basically, let me pull out and save this, because yeah, this is going to be basically my palace here. Okay. So the next thing, now I did this a long time ago, and I'm not sure which is the best way to show this. So what I'm gonna do is go, let's see, there. I have to move this again. Okay. So normally I've written this down before, but normally I've written this down, but what I'm going to do is basically, you can't see this sometimes. Okay, let's pull it out even more. I'm going to right click this. I'm going to go to view area, and that's going to bring up Palace 3, which is what I want. Then I'm going to go up to properties. I'm going to knock these off. And then I'm going to, that's actually pretty close. So what I want to do here is sort of count. This is really, really, really boring. But I feel if you're actually building palaces, you kind of have to do this. It's just the reality. Because there's a lot of repeated rooms. So basically what I'm going to do is unfortunately I have to just write this down on a piece of paper because it'll take me way too long. So this is kind of boring. How can I show it without it being really annoying? Yo, hi. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Back, baby. Okay, the thing that I want to say is Ray is streaming under Zelda 2. Yeah, I saw he was like highlighting, like I saw the title and I was like, yeah. He's like, how good was Ray or something like that, like putting himself in like the third person. I'm like, come on, man. watching for everyone. Ah, jeez. Okay. What I need to be able to do here is... how can I do this and show it? I can't really do it and show it. That's a problem. I could have done this offline, but I'm trying to think of a way to show this. I don't think my webcam is working. That would probably be the most optimal way. So it actually lets you drag rooms. Yeah, so like if you go up here, there's like these things. See how it just starts moving around? What I do is I turn these off, and then that allows you to drag them around, to move them around. Yeah. Okay, where am I here? Redoing this because of Highlander. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool, but I wish, to be honest, if I'm going to critique this out, if I'm gonna critique this, I wish there was a simpler way to bring up. In the other editor, it's very easy to just see them as like basic boxes, not the actual what the room looks like. Like this gives you a way crazier detailed perspective, way more stuff going on. The other editor is super simple, but I wish there was a feature in this that would allow me to just bring up a really small like direction of like where everything is connected to kind of go over things. It's, for me, a lot easier to connect rooms with the other editor. This editor is not a lot harder, but I feel like it can get really messy really fast if you're trying to like... So what I did, when I made GG's Zelda 2... Yeah, when I made GG Zelda 2, what I did was, let's bring this room up. So like when you click this little box here, I think even if you click the room, it'll come up. Nope, it doesn't. When you click that little label, it'll show like the actual room. So what I did was I went to connections, and if you can see, I think you can see, yeah. I basically, what I did was I turned this to outside, and then I turned this to, not outside. Yeah, outside. And put this to 0 and 0. So what I did was, essentially what ends up happening is this box will only be connected to the first room. I guess if you did this, you could make it float by itself. I've never actually tried this. But like when I was doing GG Zelda 2, I had to go over all of these rooms, do this first. So unattach all of the rooms. So everything was like basically zeroed out. So then I could then start attaching everything from a clean slate. That was like the only way I could process it in my head, so it wasn't like a giant fucking mess trying to like figure out what room connects with what. And then like if I say commit to ROM, what will happen is if I go back to, let me see for a second. Let's just cancel out of this, cancel out of this, cancel out of this. And then remember what I did there, right? So let's go view area. So why is that still attached? Because the reason why this room is still attached is because it's still attached to the other room. Oh, yeah. This makes sense. Don't worry about it. See how this room is still attached, but this room doesn't have any arrows going back. So then I would have to unattach this room from it, and then it should work. So this room is 6. So I just go outside, let's just say. So now nothing is connected to this room. And then I would go here, view area. Now it's gone, right? So basically I zeroed everything out and then started connecting everything. Oh, But I write it down on a piece of paper and I have the little numbers of all the rooms just because it's super fast for me to do it that way, and to keep track of everything. I'm just trying to think of how I should show that though, because that's really hard to. What I want to do is do this. I'll show you what I want to do. Sounds more like your old. Yeah, definitely. I would actually agree with that. Let me think here. Okay. I don't know why. That's why. Okay, let me go back up to properties. Then go to. There. Now I can mess around with it a little bit more. That room is there. Whoops. That room is there. That room is there. Room is there. No outside room, right? Because I unattached it. That room is there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the. Okay, whatever. It works. But what I like, if you're making a hack like for speed, like if you're just going fast, you want to keep track of like how all these rooms work and like reuse elevators and like access points and exits and entrances. Like you don't want to turn this room right here into an elevator room if you don't need to. Like why not just use an elevator room, right? Like if especially if you're going for speed, if you have like all the time in the world, then you go over everything, you figure out everything, you can turn other rooms into an elevator that goes down to the right instead of down to the left. You can do all these other things. But if you're really going for speed, you need to like kind of drop, you need to be able to like reuse the entrances and exits to rooms. So this to me is a down right. So if I was drawing like on a piece of paper, let me show you what I mean. I'll bring up this. If I was drawing this, let me see if you can see this though. That's the problem because I have to keep looking to see if you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Wait. This is so annoying because I just limited here. Oh, okay, you can see what I'm doing. Okay, good. What I would do is on a piece of paper, I would draw a box like this, and then I would go like this. Something to this effect. Not necessarily exactly, but I'd do something like that, right? And I would put the number, whatever that number was. The number on that is 1. So I would write, I would write 0, 1, right? But the thing is, there's an easy way. Well, I wouldn't write it there, sorry. I would write it. What I would do is, if you go to this room, this isn't the only one that's in this palace. There's another one right here, right? Oh, shoot. This is... you're not able to see this. That's not good. Let me show you what I'm looking at for a second. If you go, this is the room basically I drew in the other one, but this isn't the only one. There's another one. So 0, 2. Oh, come on, man. This thing. Hello. So there's 2 of them, right? But if you go up to here and you just change one thing and then move it back and you hit commit, it will tell you how many things are in this room. So, I'm sorry, how many of these rooms are repeated in Palace 3, 4, and 6. So 0, 1, 12, let's see, 12, 26, 39 and 46. 39 and 46. Sorry, you can't see that. again. So I don't even know. Oh yeah, well, whatever. Let's see if you can see what I was typing here. So if you go here, 0, 1, 12, 26, 39, 46 is all the rooms that it's repeated in. And that's the direction it goes. And so I would do this for every room in Palace 3, 4, and 6 for every situation, right? And then there's like unique rooms that are only in one palace. They don't repeat at all. So the problem is, how many is that again? I gotta see that. 4, 5. This is repeated 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move this down. Let's pull this out a little bit. I just want to see. No, that's too small. All right. So, why did that move? Ugh. So annoying because you can't, like, the bar isn't there. This isn't like this isn't the best way to do this, obviously, to show what I'm doing. Unfortunately, it's really hard to do it this way. This is like, I would have had like 15 things written down by now, and I've only done one, right? It's like super time consuming just to show this. Yo, Vass, how's it going? But anyways, let me see what I can do. Then, if I go back to this screen, this is a little too much. Too many things going on. Cancel. And cancel out of here. If I go to, this is very oh man, I don't even think you can see this very good. Let's see. This is so awkward to do this way. Like this room right here is repeated only 2 times in the entire game, and it's a straight through room of the hack. Yeah. So the basic process that I would want to go through is to just basically say like, okay, 2 and where's the other one? 2 and 4 are straight, right? So if you go, where is it? This is hard to keep changing back and forth. It's not conducive of work because I have to keep going into OBS to keep changing it to show you what I'm doing, which is like super annoying after a while. Like I just can't like just do something and be done with it, you know? So but I think I've shown you what I'm doing. So, I mean, I can just, and this, I think you understand the idea. That's just like a straight through room. How you doing, Vass? Got that Austin Powers. Everyone I feel is Highlander. Highlander is everybody. Okay. So what was I doing? I can't even remember what I was doing. I was trying to count rooms here. God damn it. And then you have like a room. Jesus fucking. How do I do this without it being super annoying to try and do? I don't know. I gotta somehow get OBS on here. This is a shit show. Okay. we'll go here. And then if you go to this room, open it up, move it back. That's just, I want to get this heading here. That's basically what I want. And then if you look at this, it says 3, 27, 50, 61. Those are all repeating rooms and they're all straight through. So I would do that again. And basically I would repeat this and figure out all the rooms that are in Palace 3, 4, and 6, which I'm not going to do on stream because that's super tedious and super boring, and it's not fast to do it this way. It will take me like an hour. I'm not really interested in doing that for when I can do it on a piece of paper in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. But this is essentially what I'm going to do, is use that template to create all these doubled up rooms and then put rooms all into these areas of the map. Wow, shit, you can't see what I'm doing. Put areas all up in these in here. So load rooms in. So if you see this is an up and left or a left and up, you could put it right here. I don't know if it's picking up my mouse or not. I don't think it is. I don't think it's picking up my mouse. That's not good. I can't tell on here. I don't think it's picking up my mouse now. This is fantastic. All right, now it's picking up my mouse. Yay! So what I would do, like I'll show you what I mean by this. So like if you have these rooms right here, which is left and up or down and left, whatever, and I make a box which is roughly the size of this, if you understand what I'm talking, I can just reuse this room, like for speed. If you're making a full-size hack, you don't need to worry about these things per se. It's good to know what your repeat rooms are, because you can't just make unique rooms as much as you want and call it a day. But if you notice, this room will work, whatever, it doesn't matter if it's crooked. It'll work right here, right? You can put room 2, room 1 there, room 12 there, whatever. You can put a whole bunch of rooms there. Oh, man. This is not flowing good for me today here. Not crazy. And yeah, limitations are stupid. So the whole, what? Chat, please, going up and down, up and down. So for me, what I would do is I would use this room again. Like I can put one here. I can put one here. I can put one here. So that's 3. I can put one here. So that's 4. 4 out of 5. If I'm making a small hack in a hack jam, 4 out of 5 is good enough. I can call it right there. That's perfect. I'm good. So then what I would do is take that room. So I'm going to go back to my, go back to the actual editor. I got to keep moving chat around every time I do something. I have to keep moving it back and forth between the screens, which is like actually very frustrating. Okay. So if I go to this room, so this is the room that I'm talking about, which is a left to an up, or an up, a left to an up, whatever you want to goddamn call it. A left entrance to an up, or however you want to fucking figure it out, excuse my language, a down to a right, whatever. This room now, I can change this room but it will repeat for every one. So if I go to, let's say I want to make a whole new room here, just for the hell of it, that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's do this. Let's pull this in here. Because I'm going to make things like glove required. Let's just move this out of the way for a second. This is just a basic room anyways, right? So I'm going to go like that. Go like that. I got a good idea here, actually. I know what I want to do. Pre-hack jam practice. No, this is more to, hey, Link, this is more to show what that are. I'm just trying to make like a fast hack just to show people that they don't have to go crazy to make a hack, and some of the ways that I kind of do things and maybe produce something really fast kind of thing. It's not, I probably won't even finish it, but it's more just to show stuff. Horizontal brick. So I had this idea for a room. I'm gonna actually do it here. Don't have to go overboard. Yeah, no, I definitely will not. This is more to showcase. I like things kind of symmetrical, so usually I'll figure out, you can do it this way. You can look at it and say, oh, it's the same size, or you can click on it and it'll tell you it's 12. So if you wanted this one 12, you can go down to here, hit 12, and now it's 12. So there's multiple ways to look at a room and make a room work a certain way. But I had this idea. I actually like this idea. And I don't want people to take this room for their own, but I really like this room. Okay, let's 3, so that's 2, and let's go with horizontal brick, and it's 5 tile jump. Okay, let's see how I want to do this. Let's make it 15. This might stretch it. Okay, it doesn't. And then let's go to this. Bear with me. So it's gonna be 5 tiles. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And then there's like different size breakable bricks. So there's like this longer stretch here. Then there's that, which is what I want. And there's also, so like a single, a double, and then there's a single down. But I want this one. I'm getting close to the end of Batman. Oh, shit. Close to the end, eh? Did Junkyard Dave end up playtesting it for you, or did it end up being somebody else, or what ended up happening there? Did you just playtest it, or? Excuse me. This is 2. This is 2. This is there. Okay. Like, you can kind of like imagine that these little columns are holding this up. I don't know. 2, 2. I like things to be at least somewhat symmetrical. And then basically the whole plan for here is to have, I don't really care about the enemies at this second. Just delete this for a second. I don't need doors here. Yo, Max, how's it going, man? So my whole thought process is this is like a glove required room. You can't actually make this. I mean, there's things that you can do to like make a room be like you can get around it another way. Like you could put, for instance, you could put a rope here. And I don't think I want to make this kind of game right now. That's not the game I'm trying to make. But you could do things like, where is it? Rope. You could put a rope. Actually, that wouldn't work because the rope. I guess you could put a rope here. So you could have a rope here, and you could use the rope to damage boost over. That's not really the kind of game I'm making. So I'm not going to do that. But like, there's other things that you can do in a room to make it like that. What I'd probably do is have something like this guy. So when you come down this room, like let's say you're coming from this part of the room, You can't see the whole room, can you? Fuck. I'm so bad at this. Junkyard Dave has playtested a bunch of it. He was going to make Act 4, but decided to give up after procrastinating for 9 months. Yeah! I love that. Procrastination for 9 months and then say, nah, I don't want to do it. Nah. So what I'm imagining is that a player would like say fall down here, come down here through the elevator and go and need to go this way. So what I would do, or vice versa, they come into the room from this side. You could have it where the skeleton is, you want the skeleton to spawn in. So if you can get to a certain point fast enough, you could actually get there before he's going to be doing those stupid jump shits, right? In here, if you get over here, you knock these 2 blocks out, then do a 3-tile jump up. You know how I love 3-tile jumps. And then you do that. So what I would want to do, actually, knock this down to 2. So you could maybe get there before he gets there. There's things like that you can mess around with the AI. I'm not really messing around with enemies that much right now, but I'm also always thinking about where I can place enemies and like creating rooms around that concept of like where to place enemies. And like don't make like dead rooms. Like a lot of times people will want to make like these like tons of rooms with like tons of stuff, but like a lot of times the most simple rooms are like the best rooms, you know, or like the most like rooms that have like lots of flat surfaces in them are like some of the best rooms. Like you can have a room, for instance, I'm gonna save this just for right now, clone it. So like in Palace 2, let's get out of here too. In Palace 1, sorry, and in Palace 2, it's in Palace 2 as well. Just hold on, I just want to show you what I'm talking about, and why I like this. That's an actually good example, but there's a different example I'm looking for. I think it's 5. Nope. Where the fuck is it? Hello. It's definitely here. Here, this room. These rooms are like a perfect example of like a flat area with like a low ceiling, and like when you look at this room, like if I change, I always do this like just to show you. This will tell you what rooms it is. I gotta write this down. And this is where's the this is 11, 29, 31, and 36. Oh great, it disappeared. 36. So what I like to do is like what I'm talking about is if you go to this room in the vanilla game, you've got this flat surface with this guy. Obviously, you're coming in from this side in this palace. Hey, you can't see my my arrow again. What the? That's problematic because I'm like trying to like point at things. Here we go. That's weird that it does that. It like disappears my pointer here. He sank. Finally a stream to sleep to, yeah. But if you look at the way that they did this room, which I think is genius, like this is what I love about Zelda 2, is like you're like when I played this game, like I love this game because when I played this game, I never really thought about rooms as being the same rooms because the enemy placement was so good. So when you I don't mind if you sleep, man. Lurk, do whatever you want. It's all good, dude. If like I never think to myself, oh, this room is in Palace 5. Like I knew like subconsciously, yes, this room is used in other palaces. Like I'm not like saying that way, but because of the enemy placement, the room itself feels different because of the enemy placement. I knew Ray 282. I don't know who that is, but I don't know how he's a mod. I don't know what the hell is going on. But so if you go to, I think it was a which room was it? 29, which is Palace 2. Okay. Who's the best Mario 1 player? Me. Then you will notice like all of a sudden they have that head. In the first room they never used the head, and they got all these damn bots, right? Like, and that's it. And right now, for some unknown reason, the red jar is missing, but I think I deleted it or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there. But there's a red jar here. In the first room, there isn't. So this makes you interact. Oh, no, sorry. This room doesn't have the red jar. It's the other one in this palace that has the red jar. My bad. See? Just because of the enemy placement got me, right? Great communicator? No, not really. But this creates a new way of like working the room out. The next room is 31. This is the one that I was thinking of, which I love because you have to dig into the blocks to get the red jar. Now, theoretically, the first palace, you would have never broken the blocks because you didn't have the glove at that point. But in Palace 2, they put the actual red jar there, which makes sense because now you have the glove and it's Palace 2. So it like completely makes sense the way they've done that. And in all of these rooms, they've decided the next 2 times they've used this room, there's no enemy here. So there's no recall to make you think that you're in the same room until you actually come into the room. Even though you're going into the room from the elevator up in all 3 instances. So I really love the way they've designed this. And then the last room, which is the one that most people know, which is the Palace 4 room with all the heads, and is weird because it's actually organically, you would think they would put a red jar here, but they don't, which is kind of odd that they don't put a red jar here, because 2 reasons, I guess, because you're coming into a palace, so it kind of makes sense that they don't, because you're like, why are you going into a palace with like limited, but then I don't know, this is kind of weird the way they've built this room. But from a satisfying standpoint, killing these enemies without breaking the blocks is very hard when you're like playing the game for the first time or the second time. So that recall would have been nice to have a red jar in here, because you're probably going to break some of these blocks and then you're going to be like, hey, let's break some more blocks in here. I mean, I would have put a red jar in here, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. And I feel like this is pointless at this point. But other than that, like, I like the way they've kind of worked these rooms, right? That's another. This is not a unique. This is only repeated one other time. This is only repeated one other time. This one's interesting too. I really like the way they've done this, the way they designed this room. What is it? It's 51. Cancel. Okay. So if you go to it should have had one life figure to the game. Figurine? They had that. They had the one life doll. Oh, like instead of the jar, like it would be a 1-up that would like show. But like this room I really like. 1 minus. Like a poisonous mushroom? I don't know what you mean, man. Shit, Sank! What the fuck? You're killing me! This room you come in, not +1, -1. God damn, taking the dog out. Fucking Ruby. So like what I love about this room, even though this room is only repeated twice, is that in both rooms the enemy configuration is completely different. But what I really like is that you enter the room differently, even though it's the same room. The first time you come into the room, you come in from can you even see my mouse pointer? Again, you cannot see my mouse pointer. That's so weird that it does that. You come in from here and you drop down. On the room in the other room, you come in from here and move this way, which I love. Wait. Gee, it's very impressive how you click and press buttons on a controller. It's so fast. What? Cheater. Shit. Highlander, you ain't the best Mario, my ass, man. You cheater. That's right, Ray. 2A2. God damn it. Fucking Highlander, the cheater. Son of a bitch. Ray's right, damn it. Anyways. So, that is so weird the way it doesn't pick up my mouse. But anyways, and they utilize this whole aspect of having a door in this room, and then the time when you come up in it, when you go to get that key over here, there's no door. So all of these things are like layers of being able to repeat a room but make it different, right? Anyways, this is things that I really love about this game. But I'm going to have to kind of do it offline. I already showcased what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go through all the rooms and mark everything out and then be able to place everything in. I won't be able to do it on stream because it'll take like an hour to do it. Which will only take me like 20 minutes to do it here. So, anyways, that is I think all I'm going to do right now. This is sort of my, I don't know if you guys can see this shit. This is kind of my plan. Yeah, you got a puppy. It's crazy. It's going to be tons of work. Also, why the hell is the kid's not walking? Why isn't Jacob walking the dog? Damn it. You making a 50 I think 47 rooms out of, yeah, I'm doing a 46 47 rooms. I don't know if you can see all of that. What can you see? Oh yeah, you can see most of it, what I've done. But yeah, this is sort of my concept here. Oh yeah. Did you play it, Ray? Did you play part 1 and 2? Okay. But yeah, what I'm going to have to do is go through this whole process of labeling all of the rooms and which way they go, and then rebuilding those rooms the way I've done it here. That's going to be my process, and then once I write everything down, I'll probably do that like lazily tonight. I'll just write stuff down while I'm watching some streams or stuff. I'll write down all the boxes. I'll take a picture of it and like be able to screen cap it and show you what I've done. I should have probably done that today, this morning maybe, just so it was a little bit more presentable. And then once I do that, I'm going to start placing all of the actual numbers into all the rooms and then actually editing the palace to be shaped the way I want it to be. So that's going to be my next process. My next process is to label all of the rooms. Hey, Vaughn, how's it going? To label all of the rooms, get all the repeated rooms in and figure out what all the numbers are and how they correlate to the actual palace, and then start placing everything into the palace. And then like just on a piece of paper, for me, you can do it however you want, and then editing everything to be in that form and then shaping all of the rooms. And then while I shape the rooms, I'll be trying to do enemy placement. It's pretty hard. It's pretty complicated, but not that hard. You just have to get everything lined up. That's the main thing. The main process is like having a rhythm to it. Yeah, Vaughn's grinding like a madman. I seen him streaming. He said he's gonna do Winter Solstice. Something Ray 288 never did Winter Solstice ever, but EA Ray Lewis failed miserably at Winter Solstice. This is why Ray changed his name. It's all a frickin' plan. Ray can now erase his past, and create a new future. Now he doesn't need, he can just be like, you know what, like that was EA Ray Lewis, and anything that's good he can say, yeah, that was me, that was me. So he can now mix and mingle how he wants to, choose what he wants to say was good and bad. I knew there was a reason why he changed it, and made it really unrecognizable to the name before, you know. Blame the emulator. Yeah, the save states, eh? Blame the save states. But yeah, I'm gonna actually get off. That's all I really got because I need to like actually write this stuff down on a piece of paper. Yeah, he's never played Vaughn. He's never played. He can start. He can learn. Vaughn, you need to teach Ray 282. You need to teach him how to play Zelda 2. Anyways, that's all I'm going to do for now. I got to get this all in order. And like I said, I'll take a picture of it and then I'll show the process of how I build it once I have everything lined up. But that's it for now, unfortunately. Thank you, and hope to see you next time. And sorry for the short stream because I need to get this thing in order first. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, have a good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are. Take it easy.